Imagine growing up in a place where every dirt road, old church, abandoned building, dilapidated house, or body of water comes with a story. They've been shared as town gossip and over time have become local folklore. And sometimes threads of these stories get weaved together, combined with imagination, and become something brand new, a novel. On this episode of Spirits Uncorked, we're joined by award-winning Georgia author Frank Reddy to talk about his newest Southern Gothic novel, Ghost in the Grove. His work has been dubbed Redneck Noir and Hillbilly Horror, so pour a drink and join us as we dive into Southern culture, haunting secrets, and a mystery that will keep readers guessing. Hey everybody, welcome to Spirits Uncorked. I'm Elizabeth.
And I'm Erica.
And we are happy to have you here, and we're very, very excited to welcome back for the second time to Spirits Uncorked, author Frank Reddy. So welcome, Frank.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Good to be back.
Congratulations. You have just come out with your fourth novel.
That's awesome.
Thank you. Appreciate that. It was a long process, but we finally got here.
Yeah, I can imagine. We're going to talk all about it, but first we're going to talk about what we're drinking. Erica's going to go first.
Because I'm the lamest today. It was my birthday yesterday, so I can't drink any more alcohol or I might die. So I'm drinking some zero sugar ginger ale.
You know, I think when I was on here last time, you weren't drinking alcohol either.
Well, this is for a good reason.
Oh, okay.
I drank a lot yesterday, like all day.
It was Frank's birthday recently, too, so happy birthday, Frank.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll go next. I win because my bottle of wine is very, very good and very, very on theme, okay? First of all, it's a Zinfandel, and it's called 7 Deadly Zins. Right?
I've actually had that before.
Oh, really? It goes with the book.
Yeah. It's good.
Yeah. Anyways, it's a red Zinfandel, not a white Zinfandel. Mm-hmm. And it's gross.
It is gross.
But it's definitely on theme. So, does anybody know what the 7 deadly sins are? Because they're all written on the label.
Oh, they're all written. Oh, like gluttony.
Yeah.
Sloth.
Yep.
Greedy.
Yeah.
Pretend to be busy here.
Come on, Erica. 12 years of Christian school.
I know. Envy.
Yeah.
Lust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 more.
2 more.
Did you say gluttony already?
Yeah.
Oh, vanity.
Oh, vanity. That's the one I was missing.
Did you say sloth?
Yeah.
Wrath.
Oh, wrath. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I think I've done 7 out of 7, so
Nice.
I'm screwed. All right, Frank, what are you drinking?
There will be no quiz with this one. This is Space Dust IPA, and it's like 8-point-something% alcohol, so a couple of these should do me in.
Yeah.
Well, this one is 15% alcohol, so.
Oh, okay. All right. You got me beat.
I probably still would blow a certain amount of alcohol today, so.
Wow.
Jeez. All right, cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Can you maybe briefly give a synopsis of your latest book, Ghost in the Grove?
Yes. I can give you a synopsis, or I can just read it from the back of the book. Which would you prefer?
Whatever you want the listeners to know.
Okay. I'll tell you what, I'm just going to read from the back of the book here.
Okay.
Because this is one of those things where I'm incredibly bad at explaining my own work. Mm-hmm. I said, okay, I'm just going to read this.
Okay.
A church bus full of teenagers vanishes on the way to a Pentecostal conference. A tattooed youth pastor with a dangerous past is behind the wheel. Special Agent Michael Webb, haunted by childhood memories of snake handlers and poison rituals, knows he's running out of time. Webb's hunt takes him into the dark woods and swamps of South Georgia, where a runaway heiress and a vengeful holy roller are bound by secrets soaked in blood. Will Webb be able to save the teens before the orchard's secrets claim more lives? That's probably a better job than I could have done. Because I'm a writer, not a speaker.
And I could probably say with full confidence that you are my favorite horror author.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I've read all of your books.
You read the whole collection?
Uh-huh. Oh, wait, I
Oh,
haven't read
okay.
the first one yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well,
I'll get you a copy of that one. That one's out of print. Well, thank you. Thank you so much.
yeah. And I think that it kind of reminds me of, I don't know if you were going for this at all, but like the first season of True Detective sort of genre, because it's got the creepy, like not real, I mean, yeah, kind of cultish, like a cult sort of vibe, but like
Southern Gothic feel.
yeah, but like religious without being tropey, you know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah. Sort of a dark side to
Yes.
organized religion.
Yeah,
That kind of
exactly.
stuff.
Yeah, very dark.
This book specifically takes that on, I would say.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, absolutely.
people in positions of spiritual power taking advantage of poor people. That's definitely a theme in True Detective, and that's the biggest compliment you could have given me.
Yeah.
Because I love that show so much, especially the first season.
Yeah.
So yeah, absolutely.
And also it's got
Thank
a
you.
lot of like generational trauma type, themes.
Yes. For sure.
What was like your inspiration for kind of this sort of storyline and theme and all of that?
I think that I'm going to try not to get myself in trouble here because I grew up in a church not too different from the one depicted in this book. A childhood that was rooted in, I guess it was like I don't know if it was Pentecostal or holiness or Assembly of God. It was sort of a meshing of all three of those. Very, very small church. And, the folks there were good, but I had this thought that it seemed like there wasn't much of a vetting process that went into the people who were allowed to be around church members, like youth pastor or, whatever deacons. It seemed like it was just, well, this year's a good guy, so we're going to let him, run the youth group for a few weeks. And again, not speaking ill of anybody that was there, this is imagination. So I said to myself, if people can just, without vetting, let anybody into a church youth group and lead young people, what's the worst case scenario? What if a psychopath was going to be the new youth pastor and he's going to abduct a church? He's going to abduct a youth group, on their way to some destination. And the way my writing happens, I think I start with that singular idea and then it will blossom and grow from that. So I think the roundabout way of answering your question is I grew up around a whole lot of this stuff. I was in a very interesting few churches as a child, and I was surrounded by this stuff, and I lived and breathed it, and it was just the norm for me. So I was able to, bring all that, the sights and the sounds and the smells into this book, I would say.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think that Eric and I can probably identify with a lot of that.
Just a little bit. Southern Baptist
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
in Nebraska.
Yeah. We're in the Midwest, so we don't have that Southern thing going on, but just the very deeply rooted religious and
Sure.
not a lot of vetting going on.
A lot of good old boy club. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so one thing when I was reading the book, I'm always curious whenever I'm reading a book because, well, I just think it's amazing to write a book at all. But like, because I could come up with like a story, but then to like go through all of the people in the story, and then you have to come up with all of their little viewpoints and come up with like everything that they're seeing and thinking and feeling and like touching and look at like, and like, you know what I mean? And like, I don't know.
I do kind of always wonder, like, do you know how you want the book to end before you even start writing it?
That's a good question.
That is a good question. Not before I start writing it. In fact, sometimes I will go deep into the book, not too deep, but pretty deep into it without knowing exactly the ending. But I need to know the ending fairly early on, because if you don't really know where you're going with it, you're going to go in all these circuitous routes with the narrative, and you're going to have these like plots that, or these plot lines that don't add up to the ultimate.
Yeah, because you got to work
End of the book.
backwards. Yeah.
Yeah. That being said, once the cat's trying to interrupt me here. That being said, once you get done, you're still going to find some of that, like, you're still going to have to trim some fat from it, some extraneous plot stuff maybe that you'd written before you really knew the end. Does that answer your question?
Yeah. Yeah, that
We
makes
want to
sense.
see the cat.
Oh, okay. This is Squiggles.
Squiggles?
Squiggles?
My daughter's cat.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love
Aw.
that name. Hi, Squiggles.
Yeah.
That's cute. That's a good name for a cat.
Anytime he hears someone's voice that's not mine, he'll come around,
Oh.
want attention. So he'll be in here for a minute.
So how long did it take you to research this book? Because that probably took a lot of research. Or was it just kind of like an ongoing thing?
I would say, in the case of this book, this book probably required the least amount of research of any book I've written, because all of it was very personal. All of this, a lot of the things about the people and the church, and all of it was just very close to me in memory. Again, these weren't the actual people, and this wasn't the actual church, but it was all very similar, the fictitious one I created. That being said, I didn't do a ton of research for this one, because it was just a very did y'all hear that?
Yeah.
It was a story in an environment that was very close. If I did any research at all, it would be maybe just some inspirational fiction. There's a great book called The Night of the Hunter that's about it's nothing like my book, but it's got a similar character in it who's a pastor. I don't want to give away too much of my plot, but a pastor with a shady past who comes along pretending to be something he's not. So if there was any research at all, it was just kind of seeing how interesting I can make my characters in fiction I've read that I admire.
Out of all the books that you've written, which book did take the most amount of like prep or research?
Let me think on this. Well, I would say Eminent Domain, because that's the book very, very loosely based on my research on Lake Lanier, which, as I think we talked about in the previous podcast, started out as a nonfiction book. So I did, I was deep in research, interviewing dozens of people to get their stories and how they felt about, the flooding of the valley to make way for the lake.
Yeah.
So that one, having started out as nonfiction, definitely the most research for that.
Yeah.
Eminent Domain, yeah.
Would you read a little portion of your newest
Sure.
book?
I can do that.
A little teaser.
A little teaser, okay. That night, swamp breath blew through the field, whispering into the open window of their tent trailer on the outskirts of the South Georgia pecan orchard. Mason and his mother lay side by side on a hard mattress inside the trailer, watching the breeze flutter thin curtains. The wind smelled like spoiled honeysuckle. Night bugs bounced against the window screen. A harvest moon hung, cratered and smudged, like putrid fruit in the sky. The cross-ventilation of open windows was their own brand of air conditioning. It was early fall, but autumn weather didn't start until much later. Rustling trees, screaming cicadas, amphibious croaks, and growling gators from afar had him on edge this evening. He watched out the window. Alligators had frightened him for as long as he could remember. For a moment he thought he saw the shadow of one, the shadow of something. His mom ran her fingers through his hair. She whispered, calming him. She said they were too far from the lake for that gator nonsense. He heard them anyway, predators prowling in the darkness, tails swishing in the tall grass. The voices in his mind were loud tonight, and they weren't playing nice. He asked his mom to sing. Is it getting noisy in there? Mason nodded. That's God, sweetheart. He speaks to you. She stroked his hair some more, smoothing sweaty strands from his eyes. What do we say? The two spoke in tandem, Thy word have I hid in my heart, that I might not sin against thee. Psalm 119:11. She sang him a story about an Old Testament prophet. He listened, seeing in his mind's eye the picture she painted with her words, a picture of bones dancing in a desert. The image took him away from the orchard. It took him away from their tent trailer, a 1962 Oasis parked inside the woods, on the eastern border of the massive pecan orchard. He squeezed his eyes shut tighter, listening to his mother's song. Her voice was different tonight, hushed, like she was sharing secrets, not singing spirituals. He could hear the click, click of her teeth as she bit and chewed her nails. He allowed himself to drift, the comforting maternal tone shearing away the sensory details of his world. Mason sank into his imagination. He could no longer see the insides of their living quarters, a 21-foot aluminum trailer with stained ashwood interior, two-tone tan and yellow kitchen, and their single twin bed. He could no longer smell the spoiled egg swamp breeze invading their abode, or the sour scents of their labor from working the grove in the afternoon, whacking trees with cane poles and collecting nuts, shelling till their fingers were stained bloody and brown. He could no longer taste the remnants of his dinner, a can of Vienna sausages, a pack of crackers, and a cup of Kool-Aid. But beginning to drift off, he heard something. This time it wasn't coming from inside his head. He opened his eyes, seeing his mother's silhouette in the dark as she stared outside. Headlights invaded the open windows, painting the inside of the tent trailer. The boy recognized the engine sound, the red and white pickup truck. Benjamin Ripley, coughing as he exited, slammed the door. The boy squeezed his mom's hand. "Don't leave me tonight. Don't leave me tonight, Mom. Not again. Don't leave me." She pressed a hand against his mouth, shushing him.
Oh boy.
Very good. Spine tingling.
Thank you.
I like all the description, and I just like that's the beginning of the book, so you don't know what's happening yet. You don't know, like, the ghost in the grove. Is it a supernatural? Yeah, you don't know who the monster is or what the monster is yet. And you're alligators and the predators and, like, what is it outside? You don't know. Yeah.
It's the spiders.
It's always spiders.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very good. Very good.
Thank you. That's my first time reading, I think, any of this book out loud.
Oh, nice.
That was kind of fun, yeah.
Do you do, like, a lot of book readings for, like, your other novels ever?
I did do a couple. I've got one coming up. You know, here's the plug. July 26th, I have, like, the big book launch. That's here in Atlanta, for if you have any Atlanta listeners. And then I'll have another one in Metro Atlanta in August. So, yes, to answer your question, I'll do a couple of book readings and signings and
Cool.
small events, yeah.
Cool. Okay, so July 26th, where's that going to be?
That is going to be at Tall Tales Bookstore in Atlanta.
So people can follow, like, where you're going to be on Instagram at Reddy Fiction, which is REDDY Fiction. Just so if people want to follow that.
I will keep you updated on there.
Yeah. Cool. So we came up with a little game that we're going to play because we're going to test you on... We really want to see how good of a writer you actually are. Or how good me and Erica are. How good me and Erica are at calling BS anyways.
Okay, got it. All right.
Yeah.
I think I can do this.
Oh, 2 truths and a lie.
Yeah, we're going to play 2 truths and a lie. Okay.
All right.
So Frank is going to write 2... Wait, how does it, yeah, okay.
Write them?
Wait, how do we do
Or
this?
say them?
You're going to come up with 2 wrong things and 1 right thing, right? Wait, is that what you had?
I thought it's 2 truths.
2 truths.
2.
It's literally called 2 truths. It's just what it is.
I thought it was the opposite.
No.
How much alcohol is in that wine?
Yeah, right?
A lot, I guess. All right, go. We'll come up with which ones are true.
I'm just saying them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. All right. So, I once portrayed Jesus Christ in a play for hundreds of people who didn't speak English. That's the first one.
Okay.
I helped perform an exorcism on a pickup truck.
Okay.
And the last one is I drank moonshine with the lead singer of AC/DC in a parking lot.
Nice.
I could see all those as being true. The last one just sounds so outrageous that it might be true. I could also...
Moonshine?
What?
The moonshine one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that one's true.
And then just like with you being from a religious background, I could see you playing Jesus.
I know.
Weird religious play. Those are my guesses for the two truths.
That's your final answer?
That's my final answer.
Yeah, I'd have to agree, actually.
Y'all not buying the pickup truck exorcism?
I mean, that one is kind of weird. So it could be true. It's very specific. I guess I would probably say the lie is the moonshine one. I'll go with that.
Okay.
I'm sticking with mine.
You're okay. So the winner is Elizabeth.
Oh.
She got them right.
Nice.
I did not perform an exorcism on a pickup truck. However, I once knew a girl. I was at her house once in one of these churches I was at, and watched her dad angrily perform an exorcism on a clothes dryer. So it's
a real
similar.
exorcism, like he was real.
Casting demons out of the clothes dryer. It was quite a thing.
Wow.
Okay, cool.
Tell us about the AC/DC.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. On the things that actually happened.
That's pretty cool.
So yeah, it was. It was one of those things where it happens, and you're like, did that really just happen?
Yeah.
So I was a reporter in a small town, Dawsonville, Georgia. Are you familiar with that, Elizabeth?
No.
Dawsonville, okay.
Maybe. I don't know.
It's toward the mountains, like north, way north. And I had a really close source there who would feed me story ideas. He was like a really well-known guy there. Everybody knew and respected him. He called me up one morning, and I had been a reporter at this newspaper for a year or so, and so we had a good relationship as a reporter and my source. And he says, he's like real Southern. He's like, have you heard of this band AC/DC? And I was like, I think I've heard of AC/DC. And he's like, there's this fella here. He says he's the singer of AC/DC. He's going to tour the Moonshine Museum. So they had, in Dawsonville, the culture is NASCAR, moonshine. Those two are kind of, if you know anything about it, they're kind of interlinked. And so like this, apparently Brian Johnson, the lead singer of AC/DC, is a huge NASCAR and just stock car and racing fan. So he made the pilgrimage one morning at like 9 a.m. to see the NASCAR and racing or moonshine museum. And he was just so, I was, kind of unbelieving when I hung up the phone. I was like, okay, I'm going to meet the lead singer of AC/DC in a parking lot at the Moonshine Museum. And I got there, and it was literally just me and him and another dude. The other guy, whose name I won't name, had some real moonshine that he had either procured or made himself, I'm not sure. And we just passed around a little, actually kind of like this, a little mason jar.
Yeah.
Moonshine, and I sat there and got a little bit drunk with Brian Johnson at like 9 in the morning in a parking lot.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
It really happened, yeah. I've even got a picture. Maybe I can share that with you. And that could be part of the... Yeah, I've got a picture of him telling me a joke, and I'm laughing.
That's cool.
Just to prove this story's real.
Yeah.
This was, I don't know, when I was a reporter for Dawson County more than a decade ago. I mean...
Yeah.
Long time ago. I'll pull up all that info and I'll send you the picture too.
Yeah, because your background is
journalism.
Yeah, journalism. Yeah.
Yep.
So that's super cool.
I just started getting into NASCAR. I went to the Pocono race a couple
did you
weeks
really?
ago. Yeah. I know, it's so random. It's fun, Beth. And I could have sworn at my birthday dinner, what was it, on the 2 days ago, one of the guys looked just like Denny Hamlin, and I'm pretty sure it was him, but nobody knows or cares. Okay, thank you, Beth. I got it.
No, I was going to say that speaking of religious upbringing, where we went to school and church, the band AC/DC was like strictly forbidden because we thought we were told that AC/DC stood for Antichrist Devil's Child.
Devil's Child, yeah.
I think that was kind of like in the 90s, I feel like there was a huge wave of like rock music, everything is the devil, blah blah blah. So we were really in the thick of that.
Yeah, big time.
I'm sure, yeah.
All right, cool. Well, I won. Ha ha ha.
You won. You get to drink more wine. That's your prize.
I know. Cool.
I was looking for some good would you rathers.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we usually try and do a would you rather at the end of our show. Did you come up with any good ones, Erica? That's usually Erica's job, is to come up with a good would you rather.
Some of them are kind of stupid, so let me try to find a good one.
Okay. Why are you coughing so much?
Because I'm just falling apart and sick. I need to go to bed.
Lay off the sauce.
I know. Let's see here. Yeah, I think I took I don't even know how many shots of Fireball because everybody just kept buying them for me.
Gross.
I know. So it was a lot of sugar. Some of these are so stupid. That's not even a would you rather. This is what I get for not writing my own. Let's see here. Would you rather inherit a beautiful southern mansion that whispers your name every sunset or a tiny mountain cabin where no one can remember who built it?
Okay, come up with something else.
That was what kind of questions are these? Here, this one's like an Appalachian.
We should make Frank write them because he writes better than ChatGPT or whatever you're using.
Would you rather trust the preacher or the witch?
The witch.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Always the witch.
Would you rather sleep in a church or the cemetery?
Cemetery.
I would too. I would go camping in a cemetery.
Hell yeah, I would love that.
I don't know, Beth. You're not answering any of these, so...
Cemetery, then.
I think cemetery is wide open. Church would be really creepy to sleep in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's about the only ones I'm willing to do.
This one was a bust.
Yeah, that was definitely a bust. I didn't give it clear enough instructions.
It's hard to use your own brain cells when your brain is so tired.
I'm not well today, okay? I'm sorry.
More Fireball.
Oh, God. Going to bed early.
Well, we are going to do a book giveaway, so let's go over the book giveaway. You can get a signed copy of The Ghost in the Grove by Frank Reddy. All you have to do is find the official book giveaway post right now on Instagram by going to either at spirits.uncorked or at Reddy Fiction, REDDY Fiction. And make sure that you're following both Instagram pages. Like the Instagram post, tag somebody in the comments who you think would also enjoy the book. Okay, that's all you have to do to be entered. And then we will announce the winner also on social media in a week. That's all. And then you can get your very own copy.
Yeah.
Signed and everything. Or you can just buy your own copy wherever books are sold.
I like that a lot, yeah. Royalty money.
So there you go. But thank you so much, Frank, for being on today. We really, really appreciate it.
Thank y'all. It's always fun.
And we can't wait to have you back for your 5th novel.
Yeah, so get on it.
We hope that you're doing your research right now.
Mm-hmm.
If you need any ideas, we can give you some. We have lots of ideas. We just don't have the follow-through.
We don't have the discipline to actually apply ourselves, so.
Okay. Well, we can work together. We can make it happen.
All right. Well, we appreciate it. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. We'll see you next time.
Bye.